In this tutorial, I'm going to show you the very simple process of converting a pixelated image into a vector. A lot of times you'll have pixel images, but you'll want to manipulate them in Illustrator. And before you can do that, you'll need to transform that image into a vector image. All right, so we're in Illustrator right now. First thing we're going to do is we're going to go to File and we're going to go to Place. Then we're going to find the image that we want to transform. All right, this is the image I want to use. All right, we just placed our image. This is a JPEG image, and I want to use one of these feathers. Now, this is a pixel. This is pixels. If it's a JPEG, that means it's pixels. It's not a vector image. All right, so we're using our selection tool, and we select the image that we just placed. We're going to go over to Image Trace. I want it to be black and white, and it's going to let me preview what the image looks like. Voila. So this is the vector version of that pixel image. So basically it turned all of my pixels into lines, mathematical lines that I can now manipulate in Illustrator. They have different settings of how you can adjust the correction or the vectorization, whatever you want to call it. If you move this threshold down, I'll show you what it does to the image. Basically, it took a lot of the black away from the feather. Any pixel that's darker than the threshold value is going to be converted to black. So the lower you go, the less black. The higher you go, the more black. So if I move this all the way up, we'll see the difference in how the images look. Now with that example, we have more black in the feathers. I usually keep it around the sweet spot. They usually put it at, I think it's 128. We'll go 130. So once you have your threshold where you want it, you can go to advanced and get a little bit more specific in how you want the image to look once you make it a vector. We're not going to do that on this tutorial. I'm just showing you the basic way to do this. So once you have your images or your image traced, we're going to go to Object. This is selected still. It's still selected and the effect is being applied. We're going to go to Object, Expand. Okay. Voila. We have a vector. We have vectors now. All right, so I'm going to pick one of these feathers to use in my graphic later on. So I just deleted everything that I don't want. And now I have the one vector image that I want to use. Now, the reason why you want to turn your images into vectors when you're using Illustrator is because now, if I wanted to, which I'm probably not going to do this, but if I wanted to manipulate this shape, now I can use my direct select tool and I can actually move anchor points and change the shape of this image. And that's very important when you're working in Illustrator. So that's it. I was trying to stretch this out, but there's really nothing else to explain. This is the simple way that you turn a pixel image. This is JPEG, PNG. Those are the two most popular images. And these are images that you typically edit in Photoshop or any other program that uses pixels. Some projects you're going to need vectors, and this is how you turn a pixel image into a vector image. Hopefully this helped you out. My name is Brandon Ayota. I'll see you in the next tutorial.